What happens when the most dangerous partnership in WWE history reunites on Monday Night Raw? What if the ultimate strategist returns with the most destructive weapon in sports entertainment? Paul Heyman is back tonight with Brock Lesnar, and what happens next will shock you to your core. Subscribe right now because chaos is coming to Raw, and you cannot miss this. The wrestling world has been buzzing ever since Paul Heyman's shocking betrayal of Seth Rollins and his takeover of the Vision faction. With Survivor Series just around the corner, the question on everyone's mind has been, when will the wise man make his next move? Tonight on Raw, we got our answer in the most spectacular and terrifying fashion imaginable. The challenge for Paul Heyman was clear: how do you respond to Roman Reigns' dramatic return and the reunification of the bloodline? How do you counter the emotional momentum that William Regal's super team has been building? Heyman needed to make a statement that would shake the very foundations of Monday Night Raw and send a clear message that his Vision faction remains the most dominant force in WWE. The arena was in the middle of a heated segment when suddenly, the lights cut out. When they returned, Paul Heyman stood in the center of the ring, a microphone in his hand and that familiar smug grin on his face. "You thought you could rally against us?" Heyman began, his voice dripping with condescension. "You thought your little family reunion could stop what's coming?" Just as the crowd began to boo, the first iconic chords of Brock Lesnar's theme music hit, and the arena erupted into a mix of cheers and terrified screams. The Beast emerged, looking more focused and dangerous than ever, and marched straight to the ring to stand beside his advocate. "Let me make this perfectly clear," Heyman shouted over the roaring crowd. "The Vision is now complete. And at Survivor Series, we're not just going to win, we're going to erase everything you've built. This reunion is more than just a pairing, it's the restoration of the most dominant force in modern WWE history." Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar together represent an almost unstoppable combination of cerebral strategy and pure, unadulterated destruction. What makes this so compelling is the timing. Just as William Regal's team seemed to be gaining momentum, Heyman plays his ultimate card. The presence of Lesnar changes everything about the War Games dynamic. Now, Regal has to account for not just the power of Bronson Reed or the intensity of Braun Breaker, but the legendary dominance of the Beast Incarnate. You cannot miss what happens next on the road to Survivor Series. If you're not subscribed, you're missing the most intense storyline in WWE today. Hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell, and tell us in the comments if you think anyone can stop Heyman and Lesnar now. The destruction is coming, make sure you're here for every explosive moment.